Hello friends, I'm currently reading a wonderful book written by John Armstrong. He is a philosopher. The book is called Love, Life, Goethe, How to Live a Happy Life in an Imperfect World. I have to say, it is such a unique and concise title because often we think that in order to be happy we need to make the world perfect, but in reality the secret to happiness often lies in learning how to live in an imperfect world instead of trying to change it. In this video I would like to share with you one story from the life of one of the greatest poets who ever lived. His name is Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. For Germany he is what Dante is to Italy. He is for Germany what Shakespeare is for England. There is a short story that John Armstrong mentions in his book that gives us kind of the first lesson in this journey of learning how we can lead a happy life. When Goethe was just 6 years old, his dad took him to a puppet show. It was very mysterious to little Goethe because he saw how puppets express emotions, feelings. He saw storytelling in action. But after the puppet show finished, his dad showed how it works. He showed that there is a person behind it who pulls all the strings of the puppets, who chooses what costumes to put on each puppet, who wrote the story itself, that Goethe was watching a story that was created, staged, and manipulated by someone else, by someone behind the scenes. Initially, young Goethe was shocked to discover that all of this was just farce, that all of this was just something fake. But then, as John Armstrong describes in this book, Goethe realized that everyone essentially can lead three types of life. The first type of life is of a spectator, of a person who merely observes the world, who enjoys and sees what he is given to. A spectator is never involved in what's happening. He is just merely observing everything that he is being shown. He is not involved. He is not taking action. And there are a lot of people who live and lead a life of a spectator. But then there is the second stage. The second stage, the second type of life, is when a person is becoming an actor, who is involved in the play, who plays all the roles, all the emotions that the spectator sees. But the problem with being an actor is that you are acting out what someone else has written for you. And of course, theater is not the only place where we can be just mere actors, because working for a company where you are told what to do, or doing or writing something that you are just merely forced to do, is just another way of how we can lead this mediocre life of being told what to do instead of taking action on our own. So the third type of life which Goethe decided to lead himself was the life of a creator, of a person who chooses the costumes, who chooses the plot, who writes the plot himself, instead of just being a spectator who watches or actor who acts what he's been told to. Creator is a person who takes action, and action is taken when you can absorb all the experiences that you have in life and implement it and express it and articulate it. Instead of suppressing painful experiences, he integrates those experiences in himself and expresses it in art and tries to learn the lessons, and he reflects. I thought that this is a very important lesson that I've personally experienced in my life. Throughout my life, I've been told that you go to school, you graduate with great marks, and you get to a great university, get a good diploma with great marks once again, then you get a great job which pays well, and that is fulfilled life. But it is such a mediocre, such a monotonous life that I believe is not fulfilling per se, because in each of those sections you are being told what to learn, then what to do, and all of this for the sake of material fulfillment. I'm a strong believer that material fulfillment is important. After all, we all need to eat, but spiritual fulfillment is equally important. We need bread for our body and bread for our mind in equal measure. As I was reading this book, I was highlighting different lessons for life that Goethe and John Armstrong were trying to convey to us. So I have around 20 lessons that Goethe can teach us on how to be creative, on how to lead a happy life in this imperfect world already, and I'm just halfway through this book. So my review that I'm going to send to all of you who are subscribed to my newsletter is going to be divided into different lessons that Goethe can teach us. So the lesson number one, the lesson that I tried to convey in this video, is that don't just stare at life as it unfolds in front of you. Instead, try to be an active participant in it. Get yourself involved, be active. If this video was useful and helpful to you, consider subscribing to my newsletter, which will be linked down in the description below. Now I'm rambling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Try to be a creator, not an actor or a mere spectator. I'll see you in the next one, everyone.